In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to use the Chinon CA4 analogue camera. I'll go over how to load film, how to adjust the aperture, shutter speed and ISO. Firstly, to open the camera, you pull the small metal handle on the top left dial until you hear a click and the back pops open. Here you can see where to load the film as well as the shutter. You place your chosen film into the left and pull the film out until it's slotted into the right hand side. Then, by shutting the back of the camera and pulling the film advance lever, the film will roll into the camera and you can click the shutter release button and the film will be fully loaded into the camera. There are many different factors when focusing your camera to take an image. The first one I will talk about is ISO. The lower the ISO, the less sensitive the film is to light, and the higher the ISO, the more sensitive it will be. So when shooting in bright sunlight or in a studio, you would want a low ISO, and at night, in darkest settings, you would want a high ISO, like 800. However, the higher the ISO, the more grain there will be in images, and this is something to consider when choosing film for your shoot. Now, aperture. This decides what focal length or depth of field your photo will have. For example, if the aperture is set at 16, this creates an even focused image where the back and foreground are both clear. If the aperture is at 1.9, then only the foreground will be in focus. Then, lastly, shutter speed. This determines how long the shutter doors will be open, allowing light to be exposed to the film for. The longer the shutter speed, the more lights, and this is better for shooting in darker settings. And the quicker the shutter speed, the less light exposing the film, perfect for brighter locations. And those are the three main basics you need to know to shoot film on your analogue camera.